Okay, really quick, I want to put this out. Um, Not making any claims to what I think this is. It was clear, it seemed to be clear to me the first time I saw it what it probably was. But as I've watched and watched this a few times, I'm kind of perplexed as to what it may actually be. Um, this capture was taken on the 19th of January, middle of the day. It was pretty clear all day, and I hadn't had the camera set up. But it started hazing out. The chem started flying. So, thought maybe I'd get some halos or some dogs and just, see what was out there. Looking at this clip, and I've been looking at this for a couple days now. And right there, if you kind of look up in this area of the sky, right above where my circle and stuff are, this is Hit Film Express. You can see it's a really good editor. Don't cost nothing. You can buy little ads on for it if you want to, but so far I've just ran it the free version, and it does fine for me. But if you look right here, the GoPro was set up to do. I had it on 4K. The time lapse was set up about as slow as you could, depending on how you look at it, slow or as fast as you could. But basically, it was taking a shot every half a second. So you can see as I click through, you see the numbers here going down. That's 4 seconds and 15 frames, and this is set at 30 frames per second. So basically, each frame is a half a second. So that means each second in render is 15 seconds worth of time in capture. But again, look right up here in this little spot, and we'll zoom in on it here in a second. It's like boom, there, it's there, it's there, it's not there. And when I first saw this, I thought, well, something obviously slapped against the glass of the camera lens. Um, but I don't know what happened, because from right here to right here, it's still a half second of time traversed by. And so, but honestly, I was thinking, yeah, something skipped across the lens and just left a mark on it. But as I'm going to zoom in on it here. Get it all the way to the top. And I noticed as it was playing, and this of course is the original speed of capture. So basically every second you're seeing go by is 15 seconds worth of actual footage, and I'm catching a little bit of rainbow glare off this. It's not behind the clouds. It looks like it's illuminating the clouds to an extent. Um, but as I have noticed, and you will notice as this goes, it can't be something that was stuck to the lens, because if you notice, it's actually moving down. It is moving down the screen, and this red you're seeing right here, we'll back up and look at it again. But this is actually the true blue lens flare, which is common, but it's moving up the screen. At the same time, this is moving down the screen. So again, I'm not making any claims to what this is, but I've just never seen something like this before, and hopefully um, someone that's more adept at photography may have an explanation for this. And you can see towards the end it starts actually getting a little curve. It's getting in line with the actual lens flare now, and it is getting a little curve to it. Um, and this whole shot right here is taking, I think it's just over 2 minutes. So basically a second's 15 seconds, a minute's 15 minutes. So it's looking like this is over 30 minutes of capture time. And it's just fading out, fading out. You can barely see it right there. But then towards the end of it, it is just gone. And I'm gonna set this back to original. And so yeah, I'm not making it again. You can see the lens flare here. If we go back really quick, and this, my computer doesn't keep up with this program. It definitely doesn't keep up with when I'm dropping 4K edit video into it. By the time you guys see it, it's back to 1080p by the time I render it out. But Yeah, and we're seeing some sundogs, but you can see the how the lens flare starts. You've got like the outside of the flare to here, and you can tell it is absolutely moving up. This, where it starts out, is in no way in line with where the actual lens flare was. If I had a dollar to spare, I'd love to see that between that first half second and the half second that it came into here. And I was doing some takes with the P900 as I did this, but as I've been able to line them up as best I can, I really wasn't in this time frame at all when I was taking um, the images. But yeah, so I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna have this the original um, take. It's gonna get loaded online, and I'm just doing them unlisted. Anything will be tied. You'll just look in the comments or the description, and I'll have the links to the actual video, and you can run with it yourself. But yeah, I like to try to get some. I'm not saying this is high tech stuff up in the sky, but I'm not saying that it ain't, because right now it's not making sense to me. How is it moving down while the lens flare is moving up? It's most certainly not something that just slapped into my screen, because then it wouldn't be moving, or it would be just having to be slide down some little bug goober sliding straight down perfectly in line. Well, that's out of the question. It's not something on the lens. Could it be a flare of the lens? Yes, that's still not ruled out. But and here's another thing too. Look in this area, and I've seen a couple of these in this video. Gosh, you just the more you really look in detail on this stuff, you just see all kinds of stuff you can't really explain. But pretty darn close to a perfect, hexagon right there. And if you'll look, there is a shadow of one in this area that's not as prominent. I think that's where it picks up. Where is it? Okay, it's right there. I'm going to zoom in on it. You can kind of see the outline of it here when it goes through. But anyway, but again, this isn't really a hit film plug, um, but it is a really convenient way to render out stuff and really kind of dig in, zoom out, and it don't cost nothing. So there's a little some learning curve if you've not done any video editing, but there's lots of really good tutorials and stuff online as well. So okay, I'm making her a cup of coffee. We'll see how this came out. And love, really, honestly, give a comment. Tell me I'm a retard because I think it's anything. I don't care what you want to do. Just leave a comment, like the video. Talk to you soon.